Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we spend 15 minutes helping you create a movement habit. Today, we're going to focus on shoulders and spines. We're going to start off in this position, doing our shoulder cars. Elbows straight, bicep is pointed out, make a fist, coming across the midline of the body, coming up into shoulder flexion, nice and slow, carving out that whole range, coming away from the midline, internally rotating, pointing that bicep down towards the ground as we come around behind and down to our side. And we'll reverse with extension. Externally rotating now, rotating that bicep up towards the ceiling as we come nice and close to the ear, across midline, and down to our side. And we'll start again. Adduction, coming up into flexion, coming away from midline, internally rotating, around, behind into extension, and down to our side. And we'll reverse with extension. External rotation, keeping the elbow straight the whole time, coming up into shoulder flexion, across midline as the bicep points up, and down to our side. And one more time here. Adduction, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, again, getting as much range as possible, and down to our side, and reverse, extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, cross midline, down to our side. We'll go to the other side. Nice and slow, elbows straight, coming across midline, up into flexion, away from midline, carve out that joint as we internally rotate, coming around behind and down to our side, and reverse, extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, across midline, and down to our side. We got two more here. Nice and slow, coming nice and close to that ear, reach overhead, come away from midline, internally rotating, coming around into extension, down to our side, and reverse. Again, really try to get as much range of motion as possible, going nice and slow through it, cross midline, and down to our side. One more time here. Adduction, coming up into flexion, away from midline, internally rotating, reach around behind, down to our side, and reverse, extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, across midline, and down to our side. Next, we're going to go to Cow Spine Segmentation. Hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. We're going to go into flexion and extension. So starting with just the hips, we're going to rotate them down towards the floor into an anterior pelvic tilt. This puts our lower back in extension. Starting to press the belly down, the ribs down, pulling that head up, pulling the chin up, looking up as high as you can, and reverse. Tucking the chin, tucking the head like you're looking between your legs, coming up through the upper back, tuck those ribs in, tuck the belly in, and tuck your tail between your legs, and we'll reverse, starting with just the hips, putting that lower back in extension, pressing that rib cage down, picking the head up, picking the chin up, looking up as high as you can, and reverse, tucking the chin, tucking the head, pushing away from the ground, pulling that rib cage in, pulling the belly in, tucking your tail between your legs. And one more time, starting with just the hips, pressing that belly down now, then the ribs, pulling the head up, pulling the chin up, and reverse, tucking the chin, tucking the head, pushing away from the ground, coming up through the upper back, pulling that rib cage in, pulling your belly in and tucking your tail between your legs. Next, we're going to go to our scapular cars. With this, arms out in front. Going to start off by pressing our fists forward. That's protraction. Raising the shoulders to the ears. That's elevation. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Retraction. And depression, dropping down. Again, protraction, elevation, retraction, depression. One more time. Protraction, elevation, retraction, depression. We'll drop the arms, give them a quick shake, and then we'll go the other direction. Hands up, make a fist, elbows are straight. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Pulling our shoulders up to our ears. Punching forward, dropping down. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Pulling the shoulders to the ears. Punch forward, drop down, and one more time, retraction, elevation, protraction, and depression. Next, we're going to work on some spine rotation. So we're going to lie down on our side. Knees are going to be up so the hips are at 90 degrees here. Hands together. And we're going to rotate, following our hand with our eyes as we come down, touching our arm to the ground, pause, and slowly come back. Again, we're following our hand with our head the whole time. That's one. Again, rotating, keeping those knees together and on the ground. Reach. And back around. That's two. We're going to do 5. Again, rotating, looking at that hand. Try to get that hand or shoulder to the ground. And coming back. That's 3. 2 more here. Rotating, looking at the hands. Coming down. And back. That's 4. And 1 more. Rotating. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. And coming back. We'll flip over to the other side. Knees together and on the ground. Hips are at 90 degrees. And here we go, following that hand. Dropping it down to the ground. And coming back. That's 1. And again, make sure those knees stay together and on the ground. This isolates rotation in our thoracic spine. And coming back. That's 2. And again. Follow that hand with your eyes. That's 3. Got 2 more. Coming around, hand to the ground. That's 4. And 1 more. And 5. Good. Coming back. Excellent. Next, we're going to go to our extensions. So cobra position, lying on the ground. We're going to take a deep breath in, leading with the chin and looking up. So here we go. Deep breath in, coming up. Pause at the top. And slowly come back down. That's 1. Again, deep breath in, coming up. And back down. That's 2. We're going to go to 5. Coming up. 3. Again, deep breath in. It's 4. And 1 more. And 5. Excellent. Next, we're going to lie on our side. We're going to do our sleeper stretch for our shoulders. So lying on our side, the humerus or your arm is going to come directly out from the shoulder. We're going to pull our shoulder into depression. So keep that shoulder tucked. Make a fist, hand on the wrist, and we're going to provide resistance as we push our arm down. This will stretch internal rotation. Go as low as you can. You're going to feel a slight pinch in your shoulder, and then you're going to pull up against your hand with as much resistance as possible. That's 1. Coming back down, we'll do 5. Far as you can. Again, apply as much pressure as possible. Coming back up, that's 2. Again, coming down, pause, and push up against that hand. It's 3. Again, coming down, pause, and back up. 4, and one more time here. Coming down, pause, and back up. That's 5. We'll flip over to the other side. Tucking the shoulder down, elbow is at 90 degrees. Make a fist, providing as much resistance as possible as we push our fist down. Pause, and back up. That's 1. Again, coming down. Pause, back up. That's 2. Make sure that shoulder's tucked. Back down. Pause, and up. That's 3. Down. Pause. Up. That's 4. And one more time. Coming down. Pause. And back up. Excellent. And we are going to finish off with our thoracic spine cars. So kneeling or sitting in a chair. Hands are going to be on the shoulders. We're going to start off by tucking our rib cage down into flexion, rotating, turning those shoulders to the side, dropping our shoulder down into lateral flexion, extending up, rotating the other direction, dropping that elbow down to our hip, and coming back around in front. Back to neutral. We'll do 3 reps. Tucking back down. Rotate the shoulders, drop the shoulder down into lateral flexion, coming up into extension, rotating the other direction, dropping that elbow down to our hip, back around in front, back to neutral. One more time. Flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, and back around in front. We'll go 3 in the other direction to finish off. Flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, back around in front, back to neutral. Here we go again, tucking the rib cage down, rotating the shoulders, dropping the shoulder down to your side. Flare that rib cage up as high as you can. Rotate the other direction. Dropping the elbow down. Coming back around in front. And we have one more. Flexion. Rotation. Lateral flexion. Extension. Rotation. Lateral flexion. And coming back around in front. Excellent. That is another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT. Thank you for joining. Thank you for making your health a priority. Please, if you like the class, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you tomorrow morning.